Thank you very much for staying with us. Right now, we'll talk about what the governor of Edo State, Governor Monday Okpebolo, said a few days ago about a purported visit, a planned visit of the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the last election, Peter Obi, was coming to a particular place, nursing school, to be a part, of whatever development is happening there. And the governor had to say that before Peter Obi can come, he should let him know. But then, is it a turn by which he spoke about that? Or does anybody need a permission to visit? Many analysts and lawyers have said maybe it's the way he spoke about it. Or maybe there is a political undertone. Or maybe it's just a matter of courtesy. If everything is right. In fact, some, influential people will always go to the governor of the state to say, hello, we are here. And so they'll be supported and all of those things. But then it has turned to issues and many persons are weighing in on the matter. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has talked about it and to say, if anybody is trying to win-chant Peter Obi, then that means they are win-chanting every Nigerian and they will not have that. Lawyers have spoken on the matter. Let us see, Femi Falana spoke on the matter and he has told Governor Okpebolo, retrieve whatever you have said because it's not constitutional. But then, yesterday or so, out of forum, the governor, and that meeting had Governor Wike as well, spoke on the matter again. I'll allow you to take a look, what he said at that place.
Well, because of the rain, I'm not going to talk much. Even when they said I don't talk, just one word, one sentence, everybody was crying. I simply said, it's an advice. Don't come to Edo without telling me. Was I chewing hot yam? Do I need 1 + 3 to make my sentence?
No!
Do I need to read encyclopedias for people to understand what I'm saying?
No! Now, governor, when they walk,
my job
to follow. Okpebolo, Edo is shining.
My job is not only to work for Edo people. My job is to save the life of every Edo citizen and visitors coming into Edo. If telling him to notify me as the chief security officer of this state is a crime, so be it.
All right, thank you for staying with us. And controversy, I've been trailing that tell me before you come instruction to Peter Obi, and you had him stay on that position again. Let's start with you, Barrister Ogunwusi. Your take on that. Is it about semantics? Is it political undertone? Or is it just a matter of courtesy as far as our laws are concerned?
No, I think it is none of those. It is actually ridiculous. Why is it sure that even as we are talking now, Obi is not in Edo State? Does anybody need a visa to visit Edo?
He has even come and gone.
I mean, so the whole thing is ridiculous. And then I'm not disappointed about this governor because you cannot accuse him of being highly educated. Because you need, even if people ask you to say things, you need to have a way of saying them. You need to pick the right kind of people to use to say them. Not that you will start saying things that are so blatantly illegal and ultra-virus, and then you will still be reinforcing it at the nearest opportunity. I'm not surprised that Wike was there. I mean, where else do you expect a useless character like that to be? And I apologize for using such a hard word.
Yes, that's
and I have my examples. I have my reasons why I think Wike may not be the ideal kind of person on an occasion like that. Because it's the same attitude of enforcement, of being the enforcer on behalf of the president. This is a man who has been accused of giving almost 5% of the land in Abuja to his children, and he has not had any defense. Now he was guest of honor, where this man was repeating what he said earlier. What business of his is when Obi comes to Benin City? Well, how does that affect him? They don't belong to the same party. They don't have the same supporters.
All right.
And Obi may not even want to expose his itinerary to a political opponent. I'm really shocked that people will say things like that and try to get away with them.
All right.
It is a complete farce. And every lover of freedom should condemn it in all seriousness. And I think it should go to the international community. That these are the kinds of things we now have in Nigeria. State governors banning people from moving around simply because they don't agree with them politically. I know one day America will see the kind of rulership we have in this country today. Because it's getting out of hand.
They are seeing it already, Barrister. They are seeing it.
I am not a supporter of it.
Well, all right. Well, you said you hope America will see it one day. I can assure you that they are watching us 2-4. They have satellites. I mean, they have news sources. They have agents. They have the CIA working here in Nigeria. So they are seeing everything. Barrister, are you saying categorically that what Monday Okpebolo did, governor of Edo State, is a classical example of executive overreach on his part as the governor of Edo State?
Executive lawlessness. Because he has when somebody is not a criminal and is not being wanted by the police or DSS, why does he have to tell you about his movement? And those rights, protected by the Constitution itself. I know these people can change the Constitution overnight, or just like what my other colleague said, they don't care. They feel Nigerians will accept it no matter what they say and what they do. If not that, you see, they are just off rails completely. There are no guardrails for them. They do anything they want to do. Because this man wanted to impress the president for reasons that we all understand. Look at what he said. And then why is it that they are only afraid of Obi? Why is it that Obi is their nightmare? When they go for a night party, they will say Obi is their problem. When they go to church, Obi is their problem. When they even pray for somebody who died, they will say Obi should have attended, as if they gave him an invitation to attend. I mean, it's so shocking. They are just making the man more popular, and they are showing to Nigerians the exact opposite of what they are doing. And I know Nigerians are intelligent enough.
All right. All right, Barrister Ogunwusi, coming to you, Mr. Alabi, yes, looking at the drama playing out in Edo State, how do you view all this? A sitting governor barring someone, a free citizen of Nigeria, and he's even reiterating it. Even when Nigerians, there was a backlash when he made that statement initially, people asked him to apologize. Now, all of a sudden, because he has Wike behind him, he's reiterating that point again, saying he wasn't having hot yam in his mouth when he said it the first time, saying the same thing again, that someone should take permission before visiting the state. Well,
Daniel, when I first saw that video, two things came to my mind. Number one, it's high time that we advocate that more intelligent people man our government offices. More intelligent people. And also, Monday Okpebolo's words is another pointer to the fact that education is not a scam. And when you go to school, let school pass through you too. You may go to school and have a D7 in your English language. You may not be able to speak good English, but you should be intelligent enough. You should know your limit as a governor of a state. Barrister said it, the Constitution of Nigeria doesn't give you such power. Section 41, freedom of movement, doesn't give you such power to stop or bar any Nigerian from carrying out legitimate business. So what flags are you trying to muster? And if not for the terrible electoral processes that we have in Nigeria, people like Monday Okpebolo should not be a governor.
No, Barrister said he cannot be, Monday Okpebolo cannot be accused of being, well educated.
No, he's not in the category of, you remember even during, and I think the only place he has good words on, he could have spoken very well is in situation like this. Don't forget, during campaign, when they asked him to come and say some of the things he wants to do, he said he will create insecurity. When he wanted to defend his budget, he couldn't call the numbers because there are no violent words he wanted to use. But now you wanted to, use words to attack a political opponent. You have all the power, you have all the muscles, and he has his godfather there, Wike. He has him there. And what is his joy? This is the same man who went to give Thanksgiving because his plane nearly crashed. And he became, a low-budget Pastor Jerry Eze. All of a sudden, he was praying, scabashing, that God, if you can do this for me. Now, you ask them. Now, when former President Muhammadu Buhari was in buried last week, I saw all of them there, and I asked myself the question, do these people think, or do they realize that this is the way all of us will end? See the way he was buried. With all the whatever, the national honor given to him, they even took the national flag from him the moment he was going to be. That means he returned the same way he came. Now, that is what you are trying to, flex muscle on. Somebody should not come to your state. You don't want the state. You don't. You are just like one out of, they are terrible people. See, they even have a band to sing their praises behind them. Femi,
yeah.
That is why people like you, intelligent people, go and join politics.
All right. Noted.
We need more intelligent people in our political space.
Now, defending his stance, let me stay with you, Ladiji. Defending his stance of tell me before you come, position on Tuesday, Senator Monday Okpebolo, as governor, insisted that Peter Obi should inform him of his visit to the state, noting that the statement is not a threat.
Femi, did you see
advice.
That video?
Let me land. But an advice.
You said you cannot assure him his security of life and is not guaranteed if he comes without info. That's a threat.
Well, this is latest.
It is a
now.
Threat.
Hold on. The governor stated this at the commissioner of the new Edo Line Transport Company in Benin, and he said that Obi's visit to St. Philomena Hospital School of Nursing Sciences on June 7, and I will ask Barrister this as well, please note it, where he donated 15 million for the completion of project in the school, coincided with the resurgence of violence and the killing of 3 persons. The governor said, that man who says he has no shishi came and dropped 15 million naira. Where did he get it from? After he left, 3 people were killed. For this reason, Obi must not come to Edo without security clearance. His visit coincided with the resurgence of violence in the state, and this will not be tolerated. And he said, I'm not supposed to talk much, due to the and all of those things. But he's the governor of the state.
Femi,
so he has responsibility for the security of lives and property
Monday
of people in Edo
is
State.
Telling lies.
How do you mean?
He's a liar.
How do you mean?
His commissioner was
You must have a proof for that.
Femi.
For you to call somebody a liar.
Femi.
I hope you know.
Femi, his commissioner was on TV, on the national television 2 days ago. And he was asked, can you show us the video? The evidence is that there was a stampede after Obi left. No evidence, no nothing. These people just wanted to hide somewhere. That's why I said they are lying. If a stampede had happened with the status of Peter Obi, it will be the first thing these people will post out. And don't forget, his visit to St. Philomena Hospital is not the first. He has been there 2017, 2022, and is there again because, in fact, a lot of Edo people have come out to say, this hospital, they have been benefiting from the project they are doing. So why are you? And he said he doesn't have shishi. Yes, he doesn't have shishi to buy political, thoughts.
To buy votes.
And Obi has never said it. If you have watched interviews that he have attended, he have never said it that he's a poor man. He is a rich man in billions. He has never said he's a poor man. So giving out 15 million naira, he has given out much more to people. So why are you disturbed as a governor? You should not even be happy there. Now, Femi, there is cultism crisis in Edo State. What strong statement has the governor of Okpebolo have said about it? What? Haven't you seen one of their political thugs, Kabaka, go all around threatening people? Has he released any statement on that? If this is just a political
let me ask Barrister
Ogunwusi
that this, Barrister, this is becoming terrible situation, actually, for this purpose of this discussion, that he's not the first. There was a time Doyediri was accused as well of issuing statements that would bar, I think, Governor Wike, Minister Wike, from coming to Bayelsa. And you see governors in charge of state, the moment they have issues or they are not in the same political tendency with somebody of high status or there is a problem, then they give all this kind of advisory. They call it advisory. But then it's now becoming an order of the day. It was Doyediri, Monday Okpebolo, who will be next as well. Barrister,
well, I take exception to the equalization of what the Bayelsa man did.
It's not the same thing
with what Okpebolo is trying to do.
How is it different?
There was now Rivers is next door to Bayelsa, and Wike is not going to contest for Bayelsa governorship.
So why is he already around?
And he has not claimed to be a presidential candidate. And he staged, he planned a rally for Bayelsa. He wanted to take the battle home to his enemies, or to the enemies of his own personal ideologies and aspirations. I think the Bayelsa governor had every right to warn him at that stage, because it was clear there wasn't an election going on, and you wanted to address a rally, and you are pasting posters everywhere. So the only intention that could have was chaos, and he did not ask him the way Okpebolo said his security will not be guaranteed. He warned him of the state. I don't know if he used words that were too strong or too harsh, and I will never endorse that.
Does any governor have the right to tell you where to go and where not to go in our constitution? Whatever the undertones are.
Right. When there is proven intention of causing chaos and calamity, it is the duty of the governor to rise up to the occasion. And I think that was correct in Bayelsa.
All right.
Now, what has Obi done in Edo other than to donate 15 million naira to a hospital? They said there was 3 people died. Not even one person was injured. And then he said wherever he could have gotten the money, because he said he would not give shishi. But Obi has never claimed to be poor. He was president of 2 banks. What are we talking about? The man is a billionaire.
All right.
So they decide to pull up facts for their own intentions. And it is our duty to interrogate the seriousness and veracity of those facts.
All right, Barrister Ogunwusi, because of time, let us look at it from this angle. The governor of Edo State, Monday Okpebolo, has made some serious allegations against the person of Mr. Peter Obi, saying that his last visit coincided, you also mentioned it, with the death of 3 people. These are serious allegations. As a legal practitioner, don't you think that Mr. Peter Obi should actually, press charges against the governor for such grievous allegations?
I think they are already taking some kind of legal action, but I'm not privy to it. Apart from the falsity of what the governor said, but don't forget that they have immunity from criminal prosecution, but not against civil, civil litigation. So I don't know what they are doing, but I know they are doing something about it. The statement was false. The intention was malicious and tendentious. They are afraid of Obi. It is so clear. Everybody thinks only about Obi. Maybe because of his large followership among the youth. And whether you like it or not, whether you and I like it or not, we are not going to hand over the country to those youth. So they have reasons to be afraid. It doesn't matter how many times they read. These people will still retain the way they feel about the adult populace. And one day, whether we like it or not, they will take over this country.
But
that is a fact. So Obi is a symbol of that kind of state of mind. So anything, they say he didn't attend Buhari's funeral. That was an allegation. No, they didn't invite him. They will just tell you all kinds of things. He's Obi.
He was actually there 2 days later anyway.
Yeah, they just make him more popular.
All right, Barrister Ogunwusi, judging by the current, happenings, are you worried, or are you not worried that at some point Nigerians must actually require a court order before they can visit a state? Do you see getting to that stage where one might have to get a court injunction just to visit a state in Nigeria as a free citizen?
These people are not going to stop at anything, because they know that when they fall from power, that is their end. So they are going to do everything possible in the books and out of the books. And we should all brace up to stand up to them, not in a violent way, but in a determined way. We have to save the future for our own children. I mean, $21 billion loan approved overnight for what? When you are already making us to pay commercial rate for petrol, when you have virtually murdered the naira, and then you yourself came out publicly to say you are sending trillions to the governors to spend, then what do you need the $21 billion for if the federal account was giving you so much money? Because the president, I think, is responsible for more than half of the revenue of the country. I mean, that is for spending more than half of the revenue of the country. So why does he still keep needing this loan almost every other month? And I have my suggestion. I think there are traders behind the government. They are the ones bringing out these loans, because it's like they are just trading. They will hand interest. The country will continue to work for them. And most of these loans are guaranteed with oil. So it is so sad.
All right. Barrister Ogunwusi, coming to you, Mr. Alabi, right here in the studio. Looking at the current situation in Nigeria, we are saying we're peaceful people. We don't want a revolution and all that. But looking at the current case in Nigeria, do you really think that mere dialogue can solve all these problems? If this National Assembly is failing the people, if the judicial too, the judicial arm of government too are having their own challenges, what then is left for the citizens? How long can Nigerians keep quiet and keep watching this simply because we want peace in Nigeria?
Well, Daniel, I think we will keep engaging ourselves for as long as we can. But, there are scholars of war who have said that nobody prays for war in Nigeria. But if you keep pushing people, it will get to a time people will revolt. Somebody was saying on the national TV last week that we have a category of youth who are unforgiving of their leaders. And I said this is because of the impression the leaders have left with this, youth. They see the affluence, they see the kind of life these people live. Don't forget also, Daniel, that before the 2023 election, a particular person in Lagos came out to say, Mama Chukudi, don't come out and vote tomorrow. And the police PRO said, let's take it as a joke. Now, political analysts have said that, see, what these people are doing now is a pointer to what you will see during the 2027 election. So if people do not have a say in who governs them, the judiciary will tell them, no, that is not a lamp, it is a toy. The National Assembly will do as they like. What option then do you leave the people with? I leave that to Nigerians to judge. Right. But the way we are going, and I like the fact that the barrister has corrected the impression. The case of Bayelsa and Edo, two different things entirely. Two different things. Wike was coming to Edo with, this guy in Edo. Why are you doing a pro-Wike rally in Edo State, not in Rivers State? In Bayelsa State. Yeah. So for me, Nigerians are the ones to be the judge in their own case. But the way we are running this country is not the best way to run a democracy.
Right. Thank you, gentlemen. Lade Jalabi, a public affairs analyst, Barrister Ogunwusi, obviously a lawyer, public affairs analyst. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
All right. And this is where we draw the curtains. We should do what is right, from the National Assembly to the parliamentarians to people, to you, distinguished Nigerians, just like we are holding people accountable here and speaking to issues. Star Martha Femi Ojo is my name. But then one of our crew members is having his birthday today, Pastor Coyote Alaka. We wish you the very, very best. There will be implications to this. And we've greeted so many persons on this program without implications, actually. So there will be implications to this as well. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Absolutely. Thank you so much once again for joining us. And I do hope that one day we will have the Nigerian dream, just like they have the famous American dream. Emeka Daniel is my name. Join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Do have a wonderful day. Good morning.